नमस्कार दोस्तों। लॉजिक बिल्डिंग या प्लेसमेंट की प्रिपरेशन की वीडियो सीरीज में आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे अपना नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम दैट इज काउंट द डिजिट्स इन अ गिवन नंबर। तो यहाँ पर हम पहले इसको समझने वाले हैं, फिर इससे रिगार्डिंग हमारी इसकी काफी एप्लीकेशंस होती हैं, लाइक सम ऑफ द गिवन नंबर, पैलिंड्रोम फाइंड करना है, यू हैव टू फाइंड द रिवर्स ऑफ अ नंबर एंड मेनी मोर। सो इन फर्दर वीडियोस विल बी डिस्कसिंग दोस क्वेश्चंस एज वेल। तो फिलहाल फोकस करते हैं अपने इस क्वेश्चन पे, वी हैव टू काउंट द डिजिट्स इन अ गिवन नंबर। मेरा नाम है आंचल और आप देख रहे हैं द इनसाइड कोडर्स। तो आइए दोस्तों शुरू करते हैं। So basically the question is that we have to count the digits in a given number. Say the number is this, we actually can see and tell that the digits are 5. But we have to make a general program. That program which works on each and every input. So first digit was 5, that means the counter is 1. That we have got first digit. The second digit is 4, the third digit is 3, the fourth digit is 2 and the fifth digit is 1. But what we have to do in this case when we have to make a general program? What we do while we were counting the digits, we use a variable that is a counter which is incremented every time we take a new digit. So for the first time for 5 the counter was incremented to 1. When we get the next digit, we just repeat the same task and increment our counter by 2. When we got our third digit, that is 3, we just made that counter again increment by 1 and the value was 3. Similarly for 2, the counter was 4. For 1, the counter was 5. And in this way, we have counted all the numbers in this given program. So here the final, if we print the count, that answer will be 5. So let's see the general program what we'll be making for this one. So here we are using a loop because we are repeating some task, like we are just taking one digit and just incrementing our counter, and we are repeating this for all the digits. So when we repeat any task, we use a loop. So here the condition comes, which loop should we use? The for loop, while loop or the do while loop. So here we are using the while loop. We'll be studying just in few minutes why we use the while loop. So what we do, we take the number. Say in this example the number is 78954. We simply divide the number by 10. When we divide the number by 10, we got the quotient as 7895 while the remainder was 4. So in this example, we took from left to right, like initially 5, then 4, then 3, then 2 and then 1. But in actual, when we make a general program, we take from right to left. Because in this case, you can say initially the remainder will be 4. So we got the first digit as 4. We incremented our counter and make its value 1. Actually, what is happening is the division. If you are not aware, let me tell you what is actually done. If a number is say 4183, when we divide it by 10, when you will complete the complete procedure, you will find the remainder as 3. That means the last digit which was at the unit place becomes our remainder, and the other all digits, the other number becomes our quotient. Same way in this one, 7895 was the quotient while 4, the last one, was our remainder. So we got the first digit as 4. Now this quotient became our n, that means the number again. We repeat the same task, divided by 10. The quotient is 7, 8 and 9 while 5 is the remainder, and we got the second digit. So simply we incremented our counter by 2. Now again this remainder becomes our quotient. So again this quotient becomes our n. So for this we'll repeat the task again, that 789 is further divided by 10, you will get the answer as 78. Incremented the counter, same task to be repeated, 78 divided by 10, 9 was the remainder, in this case 8 will be the remainder, and in the next case 7 is divided by 10, then 7 will be the remainder. But here the question becomes 0. That means the value of n became 0. So this is the terminating condition, that till this number, when the n becomes 0, you have to run. So we have to repeat a particular task for a given condition, that is known as loop. So we use the loop until unless the n is not equals to 0. The loop will execute. When the condition comes that loop is equals to 0, this will terminate. And finally, the counter which we were incrementing each time, we just simply print it. So let's see the program. So initially we took the number, we have statically inputted it. You can also take it from the user. There is no problem at all. Counter which is incremented, counter which is initialized by 0, because each time we have to increment it. But initially we thought like there is no digit in the given number. So we just initialized it with 0. So we have used a while loop. The terminating condition is until unless n is not equals to 0. We simply divides the value by 10 and the quotient is further stored in the value n. So same work is to be done here. Increment the counter each time, and when this we have to do this in the loop, that means repetition, and after the loop is terminated we just simply have to print the number of digits, and that is actually the value of count, which was 5 in this case. Simply we have printed the number of digits, that means our count is equals to 5. So this was all about counting the digits of a given number. Actually we did this program because it has various applications. Like we have to add the given digits of a number, like we have to find the reverse of a number, we have to find the palindrome of the number, and these are very much used in competitive programming. So for that you must know how to count the digits of a number. So in next program, next video series, we'll study about how to add these numbers. So we were talking about while loop. So why we use the while loop? We use while loop, the reason was because we don't know till when we have to work. In for loop you have to mention the source and the destination, but here you don't know till when you have to work. When you are just not aware, you just have to use while loop. And make sure you have subscribed our channel for further updates, so that you can also get the updates of placement videos like TCS CodeVita, TCS NQT, Infosys InfyTQ, Infosys Hack with Infy, and others. So for that, make sure you have subscribed our channel and press the bell button so that you get the latest update for all the videos.